Let's push the button marked idiot and see what comes out.
Hello, this is your voice speaking. Hello, this is the voice of the Mr. Ron speaking. Hello, and welcome to the channel that is so undersubscribed, but by the end of the year, I will have no channel at all. And what will I have to show for my endeavors? Boobies and bums.
Well, I tell you what, who else needs to find a man? That would be the producers of MobLand, because my guy, Tom Hardy, apparently has been fired. So apparently, if you believe the truth that other outlets are reporting he has been fired, well, I don't actually know, because again, with this article here from The Hollywood Reporter, they break it all down all rather nicely. And why am I stuck in this little black hole right here? Well, I don't know. I don't care. I want to bring you the Hollywood news because I love you all.
How are you? Well, who are we talking to?
Now, Tom Hardy is a bit of a toxic man. It's toxic masculinity. It's toxic male behavior. Or is it? We know he's a very genius actor when he wants to be, but sometimes behind the genius is a bit of a dark face and a dark space. So the Venom star has clashed with producers. Now, there is an old story that I'm going to resurrect here with him and Shia LaBeouf, which I thought was always true, but apparently it's not. So Harry D'Souza in MobLand is played by Tommy Hardy. Now, this is a pretty good show. I think it's overblown in terms of how fantastical it is. It is a good show. I wouldn't say it's up there with some other gangster-related TV series I can remember, but like The Sopranos. Is it ever going to touch that? Of course it won't, because Sopranos is the absolute GOAT by Tony Maglio. Now, it sounds like there's a hit out on Harry D'Souza. Oh, that is so funny, Mr. Maglio. A source tells The Hollywood Reporter that Tom Hardy's future on the Paramount Plus series MobLand is very much in limbo following clashes with producers. Hardy has not yet been fired, as other outlets have reported, the source says, but there are definitely ongoing discussions about the possibility. Part of this personal purgatory situation is due to the fact that Paramount Plus has yet to pick up MobLand for a third season. I don't think it's got anything to do with Tommy thinking, hey, you know what, boys, I need a third season, and if you don't write my part nice and loosely like it has been in the seasons 1 and 2, I'm going to headbutt you. A writer's room for a potential season 3 has been opened, The Hollywood Reporter is told, but that's an early innings indicator of intent and not an episode order 66. The crime thriller is a strong enough performer to warrant such a green light even without Hardy. Now, that's really funny because if you look at various videos on YouTube that have purported and reported on this story, all the comments read the same. Harry D'Souza's gone, I'm not watching it. This show is Tom Hardy. And that's it. So you get the drift, right? Without Tom Hardy, the viewing figures for this show, despite the pulling power of Pierce Brosnan and Helen Mirren, won't be enough to save it from a rainy day in hell. And I honestly do hate these fucking ads. MobLand Season 2 wrapped in March. Hardy has had run-ins with executive producer Jez Butterworth, as well as individuals at David Glasner's 101 Studios. That's the production company behind the Taylor Sheridan hit series. Taylor Sheridan has a bit of a nasty reputation for upsetting his leading men, especially Kevin Costner in Yellowstone. If you know all about that, then I can certainly see why things are a bit shaky and wobbly here, like a pair of bazookas that I once saw down my local street. But what I'll say is this, back on the making of Mad Max Fury Road, you know, the film that doesn't star Mad Max, but actually Mad She-Max, played by Charlize Theron. And if you know that story, she and Tom infamously did not get on with each other on the film. They clashed heads, they clashed egos. He turned up late on set every time. George Miller apparently was on the side of Charlize Theron, saying she's a classically trained ballet dancer because she knows all about discipline. I actually think Charlize Theron was a bit of an insufferable cow then, as she is now.
I think the most complicated piece for me, or the most frustrating thing for me, or the hardest part of it, was trying to know what George wanted me to do.
But MobLand, are you going to lose sleep if Tommy D'Souza does not return, played by Tom Hardy? Sorry, that's Harry D'Souza, played by Tom Hardy. What the hell are you doing, camera? Come back here. There is nothing for you to see. Come back, you silly fool. Oh my God, I tell you, I'm going to take this camera and shove it up my body later on just to see if that doesn't clean the lens. But on the one, folks, if I were you and if you were me, here we go again. I will catch you catching me for the return of the next video. You pervy camera. Have you been looking at Sydney Sweeney's boobs again without telling me?
And it's moisturizing.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, in my radio FM voice, let's go back to the year and rear of 2012. The movie Outlaws, starring Tom Hardy and Shia LaBeouf. How those two actors got into wrestling fisticuffs off screen, as I will do my camera when I finish this. So the basic story is, if you haven't heard for the longest time, and the funniest story I actually heard was Shia LaBeouf knocking out Tom Hardy stone cold on the floor, for which actually Tom did perpetuate for a while. And it was until when Mr. LaBeouf was on Hot Ones that he spilled the whole truth that, yeah, they were getting to fisticuffs because they wanted something to do. Because, you know, when you're on a film set, and I guess when Jessica Chastain is your leading actress who doesn't really say much and has really bad teeth, I can understand why these two guys went to it toe to toe. But anyway, folks, it's all a bit of a myth. It never really happened. The two laughed it off, and as you'll see from this clip right here, Tom became a bit of a father figure for Mr. Shia LaBeouf, because I'm pretty sure you call him Shia.
According to the crew, Shia once burst into Tom's trailer with his fists up. It's not entirely clear. Was it a real fight or part of warming up? Some say Shia threw the first punch. Others say it was a playful scuffle. Hardy later said, "Shia is a very physical guy. He's like, let's sort this out now." And we sorted it out. The way brothers do. We fought, then we hugged. It wasn't a fight in a bad way. It was testing each other. Shia is my brother. They say after that, the actors grew closer and even became friends, and Hardy showed himself not only as a tough guy, but also as a man with a big heart.
Uh-oh.